Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where last mission was a bit of a doozy. I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot of mechs that they threw at us, and we eliminated most of them anyway, at the cost of only one of our own. The Corsair actually was not destroyed, but we ejected out of it, and it took heavy damage. Now let's hop into the Mech Bay here. This may end up being a logistics episode. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see how long this ends up taking. But we're going to go ahead and stop the auto repair on the Corsair. And we are going to manually repair this. And we're going to need to refit it while we're at it. I've been meaning to work on the Corsair, and we'll see what's available. We've got 2 ballistics hardpoints. I don't really want to make it into another heavy Gauss boat. One of the large benefits of having the Corsair be what it is it's our most effective mech at, like, very long ranges, right? And I kind of want to keep that niche. So we'll go ahead and repair all here. I think we'll drop the light Gauss rifle. And we'll drop the light Gauss ammo. We may put those back on. We'll see. We'll drop the AMS ammo as well, and the large pulse and the ER medium laser. We're going to go ahead and max out all of its armor. And are we going to drop this clan double heatsink as well? We may as well. Okay. So with that on there, this is already 600k. As expected. So, we've got several laser hardpoints here, and what exactly are the longest range lasers that we've got? Also, I want to check, what is the ranging on HA20, HA30? 960? 960? Okay. And you compare that to the ranging on a light Gauss. It's not that much lower, actually. Silver bullet Gauss is 900 meters. Okay. And what about... I mean, we could make it an artillery piece, I suppose. It's an option. I don't know how great of one it is. I mean, long toms aren't going to fit, obviously. We could put, like, dual thumpers and then, like, ER medium or ER large lasers or something. I don't know that that would be worth it. Thumpers are, like, half the damage of a long tom, so together they would equal roughly a long tom. It's an option. I don't know how great of one it is. Now, we've also got things like the HVACs. The HVACs are extremely long range, but they only do 25 damage. Actually, I'm kind of leaning towards getting another artillery piece. What exactly is the difference between the Thumper artillery and the Thumper cannon? It's a scaled down version of the Thumper artillery piece. It's only 10 tons. But it weighs... It does the same damage, same stability, same heat. It's capable of indirect fire. Has a recoil of 2. I'm just wondering why you would put a Thumper artillery if you have the choice to put a Thumper cannon. 270, 540. Oh, okay. The Thumper cannon is far shorter range. Gotcha. So the Thumper artillery is going to go in, and too many weapons mounted. Oh, right. This has to go in the arm. Okay. So that actually gives us 6 tons to work with. Now, this does not have anything like... We probably don't need Ferro Lamellar on a mech like this. We could put Heavy Ferro in. It's a lot of slots, but that does buy us some weight. Now, ammo-wise, we're going to need some Thumper ammo in this for sure. And we have some deprecated ammo that we need to sell there. Where is the Thumper ammo? Do we have any? If we don't have any, this is going to be a problem. Here it is. Okay, we've got plenty. So we've got shaped charge Thumper ammo. Used to penetrate the armor. Okay, increased modifier to through armor crit. However, I don't know that this is good. And this is why. They removed the ability to critically hit with AoE weapons unless you directly hit. Now, this does give it more accuracy. And actually, it does the same amount of damage. It doesn't reduce the damage. So maybe we should have, like, a Thumper-shaped charge, and then Let's see. That's how many rounds? 15 shots, and this is 15 shots. So just this gives us 15 rounds of ammunition. That's quite a bit. And then we have 8 tons to work with. Now we could think about something along the lines of like ER large lasers. In theory. I mean, it would be ideal if we were to have something like quad ER large lasers. This isn't going to work, obviously. That puts us 11 tons overweight. And our heat efficiency is in the toilet. That was always going to be the thing. We definitely could try to put in endosteel structure. That's actually the exact number of slots that we need. But we are pretty overweight at this point, and our heat efficiency is hot garbage. So we could drop the 2 ER large lasers. And then that gives us 3 tons to work with. Now, I would love to put a double heatsink in over here. That gives us 2 tons to work with, but we're out of slots. Okay. What's our heat delta here? Our heat delta is 30. That's really not that bad. I mean, the ER large laser is 36, so to sink heat, all we have to do is not fire 1 ER large laser. It's not awful. Now, we do have 2 tons remaining, of course, and we have to figure out how we want to work that into slots. We could drop the ER large lasers. Is there anything that is lighter that has that sort of extreme range? Because ER large lasers are 5 tons. I don't really care about the damage output. I just want it to be very long range, right? And the long range on the ER large lasers is 840 meters, which is not tremendously long. Kind of range is on an X-Pulse. Shorter range. Okay. And heavy lasers, I think, are shorter range as well. Yes, they are. So that's not really too useful. We definitely want to put some chaff countermeasures on this. And maybe even AMS flare. Actually, AMS flare is better than the chaff countermeasures. We drop that, and then we put the AMS flare on. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could drop the ER larges. And that saves us some weight, which would allow us to drop the endosteel structure, or the heavy ferro, if we so desired. How many slots is this? 14. So, actually, it's more efficient to drop the heavy ferro, because the endosteel structure saves us more weight and takes up 1 additional slot. Or it takes up 1 less slot. So we drop the heavy ferro, and that gives us 7 tons to work with. With that, we could put in a single ER large laser. So we would put in, say, this guy over here. And then over here, we could put in like an ER medium laser. It's probably going to see less usage. The range on that is 420 versus the 840 of the large laser. But that does give us a ton and a half to work with in terms of heat efficiency. That said, our heat efficiency isn't that bad. Now, we're definitely going to want some better sensors in this thing. ER and LR accuracy. That's actually really good for this. Sensor tracker will work. And then we could go for comm suite if we really wanted to. Slick suite might not be awful. But I think actually the clan cockpit is the way to go here. And then FCS-wise, we're probably going to go with indirect. Yeah, we'll go with the indirect FCS. That'll do. Excellent. Okay, so we have a ton and a half here to work with. So we should probably try to put in a heatsink. Now, we could swap over to double heat sinks, and we do have an exchanger, but this is not the mech for that. We could swap from clan to inner sphere double heat sinks. And we would, of course, have to drop this double heat sink and put in this double heat sink. That's okay. We can put in another one over in this torso, and then we have half a ton. Heat-wise, we're absolutely fine. So maybe what we put in is a little bit of extra armor. Like modular armor. Each of these is 1 ton. I was hoping they were like a 1/4 ton. I always do that, but no, they're not. We could go for... What else do we want to put in here? We could put an extra ton of Thumper Ammo. If we really wanted that. And then we would need to drop a little bit of armor. Which would theoretically be okay. I mean, this mech is going to be pretty far back, right? So that's probably theoretically okay. We drop a little bit out of these torsos as well. Yeah, we would need to drop, like, to 193 here, and then, like, 191? Yeah, 191 up here, and 192 here. This is the maximum. So this isn't awful. I think it'll do. Now, this is pretty expensive. No doubt about that. Unless... No. Okay. Well, actually... No. I was just checking the clan heatsinks. It's pretty expensive to get this done, but we'll go ahead and do it, and... I mean, I wouldn't mind getting another artillery mech. That wouldn't be a bad thing. It's, like I said, it's still fitting that niche of super long range, and it doesn't have to be direct fire. And it didn't accept the confirm button. Okay, there we go. So we'll get that going. That's going to take 59 days. We should not expect the Corsair to be ready anytime soon. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of repairs to do here. And we are going to hit this financial report, but I think that's okay. Let's just go ahead and have the Corsair be the top priority. And we're going to tick forward here, and we're certainly going to get a lot of repairing done. We have a lot of repair to do. It was a lot of enemies that we were up against, no doubt about that. Doctor's orders, huh? Go ahead and practice. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got some wounded pilots who will be back soon. We're absolutely advancing to the financial report. There's no doubt about that. We're working our way through our repairs as quickly as we can. It's not very quick. We're not waiting on the Corsair. I can tell you that right now. We may need to get rid of a few parts and mechs in order to keep us afloat, but I think we'll be okay to deploy in this next month tick. Probably near the end of it, and we're only going to get the 1 deploy, but let's see. There's our financial report. This, of course, does cost us 1.9 million C-bills. And we're going to continue our repairs. So we've got our Boar's Head and Mauler going to be finishing up here in a moment. We need to check to see if those have any internal damage. Okay, so those are done. And let's hop into the Mech Bay and see if there's anything needed to be done there. We want to make sure we're being as efficient as possible with these repairs. It's not going to be super efficient, but yeah, the Atlas does need work. So let's see what it needs. And the Mauler might as well, but I think the Mauler was always underweight. Okay. That's not too bad. So we'll just get that done. That's going to take 4 days. And while we're in here, we'll double check the Mauler. I think it's okay, but we'll see.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Okay. The Battlemaster, Awesome, and Orion are good to go. It's not super great, but it'll do. Yeah, this is 0.2 tons underweight, and there's really not anything to be done about that, so this is fine. By the way, heavy Gauss rifles have been slightly buffed, apparently, on the latest patch, so that's the thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our repairs continuing here. 20 days on the Annihilator, 14 on the Bullshark. Bidding war, huh? We will trade for... Hang on, what's going on here? In fact, the other is offering machine tools in trade, which the Mech Bay could use to boost productivity. Morale for repair? I like it. Let's do it. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Plus 4 tech points for 14 days is a big deal right now. That will actually get us a lot of progress. So I'm very pleased about that one. So we're going to get the Bullshark done here in 4 days. There we go. With the Bull Shark underway, let's go ahead and, or with the Bull Shark complete rather, let's go ahead and make sure the Bull Shark doesn't need any internal repairs. I believe it's fine, but again, I want to be as efficient as possible here. So let's hop into the Mech Bay. Let's hop into the Mech Bay. Any moment now, Yang. RogueTech is having issues. There we go. Finally. Okay, so the Bull Shark's fine. No worries there. We're going to have another financial report here in 10 days. The Annihilator and the Longbow will be done in 5. Cool. Now the Magcat in 6 and the Salamander in 5. So if we're going to deploy, this is what we've got. Let's see. I mean, the Boar's Head we know is going to be another 4 days off. We're missing both of our MRM boats. We've got 7 mechs. Let's see if there's anything, like, super easy. Super quick and easy. I would love to make a little money. Let's see what's available here. I mean, this is only a 7 SCO. It's a battle, which should be reasonably quick. And this is versus Merrick. So I think we'll be okay. We can run here. It's a free priority salvage. Okay. This is going to be a little spicy. We're going to be lacking a lot of our mechs. And we're going to need to redo all of this. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely lacking a lot of mechs, but we need to get a deployment done. So we're going to run every mech that we currently have available. We do have 1 artillery piece ready to go, and we have both of our heavy Gauss boats and quite a lot of LRMs. So, boot camp, what do you drive? Salamander, Hector, awesome. We'll put him in the awesome. Brother, what do you got? Magcat Mark II, Hector, Centurion. We'll leave him at home since he is maxed. Chronic Toast, Salamander, Hector, Chameleon. Not ideal. Coldfire, what do you got? Wolverine, Atlas, Linesman. Nope. Coma, what do you got? Orion. Yes, we do have the Orion here. Okay. Muffin Top, what do you got? Battlemaster? We are deploying the Battlemaster, so that'll do. Paladin. Awesome. Bullshark, Hunchback. Bullshark it is. Panzer. Corsair, Wolverine, Centurion. So you'll sit at home most likely. Poet, what do you got? Awesome. Annihilator, Linesman. Annihilator it is. Rain? Magcat Mark II, Linesman, Battlemaster. So you'll stay home most likely. Succubus, Black Knight, Centurion, Bullshark, not ideal. And Taboo, not ideal either. Okay, so we'll just grab random people who aren't maxed to fill out the Longbow and the Mauler. Perfect. And let's go ahead and deploy this. This is going to be potentially spicy with a lot of our better mechs at home, but we'll see. Darius thinks it requires more firepower than that. He might be right. We'll see. If we have to get out of here, we will, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. If it's looking like this is going to be fairly quick, I'll try to get it done this episode. If it's looking like it's going to be super spicy, well, we may have to pad this out into 2 episodes. I'm hoping to prevent that. Like, honestly, ideal scenario, we get out there and it's only the 1 enemy lance and we eliminate them in like 2 to 3 rounds. That would be the dream. I kind of doubt that's going to happen, but it is a 7 skull, and so we are hoping, fingers crossed, that it'll be okay. And it's not against Comstar or Word of Blake, which helps a lot. We do have Comstar as our employer as well, so they may have a decent allied force for us. We'll see how this goes. But we absolutely want to make some money, and making 2.3 million C-bills from this deployment is not shabby. So we need to destroy the invading Lance. We've detected an inbound dropship belonging to the Free Worlds League. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle Lance submechs, but with your aid, we can ensure that the raid does minimal damage. We'd like you to intercept the Merrick Lance and destroy it. Commander, Merrick wouldn't send a dropship if they didn't mean business, so if we take this job, we should stay alert down there. Indeed we should. After all, we only have 7 mechs, and we're lacking some of our more powerful ones, like the Salamander.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
So this will be
Weapons
interesting.
Online. All systems nominal.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
Command interface.
Well, we've got some shiny terrain. That's okay. Enemy dropship landed up over there. That's a long ways away. Okay.
Trees.
We can actually land quite close to them. We could drop somewhere out over this direction and have a pretty decent LOS. Maybe even advancing. Ooh, where am I? When RogueTech hitches like that, sometimes the camera goes nutty. Yeah, we'll just do, I think, here. I don't like where the bull shark is. This is better. Okay, so we'll deploy here. We've got a full lance and a short lance. There is an enemy support lance, so they outnumber us. We see a Wolverine, we see a Ghost, we see a Catapult, we see a Warhammer 2C, we see a Fafnir, we see an Anzu. Okay.
Ready to rock.
It's only round 2. Interesting. So our longbow could dip out here, but I'm going to reserve.
Waiting for the right play.
Let's see what they move here. Phase 17 should be the Wolverine. Yes, indeed. And it didn't fire.
Here.
I like it. So the Battlemaster is going to move up over here, and we're going to immediately open fire on this Wolverine. Hit odds are not the finest I've ever seen. What is this? Oh, that's roll. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and fire out at this Wolverine. Hit odds are not the greatest, but hopefully. A little bit, and he is guarded, actually. So he might not be the best target. Phase 16, the Catapult and the Ghost. Pretty good shooting there from the Ghost. Okay. We had allies, didn't we? I can't remember. We need to check that. Okay, they're hitting the Orion. That's not surprising.
My armor's getting stripped off.
Okay. What do they do next?
Heavy
I want to
hits,
check over
Commander.
here. Yeah, no allies. Okay. Good to know. Warhammer 2C moves up and does a whole lot of nothing. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so our Orion is going to pop out over here and make for this cover. It won't quite make it there, but we can fire on their Catapult and have decent hit odds, or on their Ghost. Their Ghost is running the ECM. Let's do it.
Locking on target.
We missed the Gauss, but that was expected. And we got him unsteady. Perfect. So they do outnumber us by 1 unit, but I believe we outweigh them. They do have that Fafnir out there. Indirect fire on the Battlemaster, not a big deal.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Cool. So next up, we're going to move up our Awesome. Nope, our Awesome is not moving right now. We're going to move our Bull Shark over here. And what are we going to shoot at with our artillery here? Honestly, it's going to be the Ghost. Does he have a backstop? Kind of, but I'm going to fire it indirect.
Target confirmed.
Not a great artillery hit there, but we got some more damage into that Ghost.
I'm receiving you.
The Mauler is going to move up over this way. I want to have a clear LOS, and so we will fire on that Ghost. Only a 35% hit chance, but we'll boost it and see what we get.
Engaging target.
Okay, we got a structure exposure on him. That'll do. So they have a phase 13 mover, but most of their units that are scary are out of LOS. So that's not too big of a deal. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So our Awesome is going to step up over here. Of course, our Awesome is less awesome than we would like, but it's probably going to shoot at the Ghost. Yeah, that's going to be the target. I'd like that Ghost to be gone.
Roger.
Some solid internal hits there.
Critical hit, Commander.
I like it. Okay.
Yup.
So our longbow is now going to step out of cover.
I got you.
And we could fire on this guy, we could fire on the Wolverine, or we could fire on the Catapult. Technically, our hit odds are best on the Wolverine, but we know that he has that 60% damage reduction. So I'm going to Warlord, and we're going to fire not on the Wolverine, but instead on this... Not the Warhammer. This is not who I want. Stop it. Tab not doing its job here. We're going to fire on the Ghost here, and I do actually expect a kill here, I think.
I'm on him.
Or very close to it. That's a lot of engine crits.
That hit something good.
A lot of engine crits, but no destruction. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a knockdown anyway.
Gauge is getting pretty high.
Indeed it is.
Standing by.
Okay. So our Annihilator is going to look for some clear LOS out over this way. And we're going to shoot at that ghost. I want it dead. There we go. One very deceased ghost. 7 mechs to go. Harjal, huh? Okay. Wolverine running Harjal. Okay, that's fine. What are they going to do next? They're shooting at our Orion, and they actually missed everything there. So our next target, I believe, is going to be the catapults.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Our longbow is going to try to get into cover here, and it actually does succeed.
All right.
We're a little concerned about heat levels, and we can only fire at the Wolverine from this angle. So I'm not going to fire the LRMs. We're going to pot shot the ER mediums and then sink heat. No hits, but that's expected. Okay.
No love on that strike.
Like I said, our next target is probably going to be the catapult.
Commander.
The Awesome is going to move up over this way like that. There we go. And it's going to shoot at that catapult. 38%. Yep, that's the best hit odds. So we'll take that.
Confirmed.
Sensor impairment, but some damage there.
Commander.
Good. So the Orion will move up into this cover.
Coordinates received.
Now, the only mech that it can see from there is actually the Wolverine. 56% out on this Anzu, though. We'll fire on the Wolverine. I'm not super happy about it. Because it does have that 60% damage reduction. And is running AMS, too. Okay. So that Wolverine is going to need to be moved. Okay. Interesting loadout on that catapult. For sure. We're going to move up with our Battle Master here into this cover.
Advancing, I guess.
And we're still not going to be hitting this Wolverine if at all possible. We'll fire on the catapult. Hit odds are not the best, but we'll see what we get. Actually, good armor reduction there. Cool. Okay. So now the Wolverine is going to move. We want it to fire. It didn't. Is it braced again? I don't know.
I live to serve.
The Bull Shark is going to move up over here, and we do need to start doing armor strip, but we're going to hit the catapult. It's actually the most centrally located. So that makes him unsteady. And that also may have dealt a little damage to the Wolverine. We'd like to get into the rear arc of that Wolverine, if at all possible, but we'll see. Okay, the Anzu moving out over here.
Awaiting orders.
The Annihilator is going to move up here. We're looking for a clear shot on either of these. In fact, we have almost identical odds. We'll Warlord it and fire on the catapult. It's possible that we stray shot this guy. It's also possible we stray shot this guy.
Firing all weapons.
Luckily, we didn't. Okay, that's fine.
No joy.
So we fully missed that. That's not hugely shocking. Okay, that guy moves up. Shoots at the Awesome. Does a pretty good amount of armor damage there, in all honesty.
A hard hit there.
Indeed you did.
Standing by.
The Mauler is going to close in over here.
Moving to position.
We're going to continue trying to hit that catapult. I want it dead. We are not going to be able to fire all of these medium lasers, sadly.
Locked on target.
Ooh, that's a dead catapult. I like it. So that's half of the primary units gone.
Tango down.
Beautiful. Phase 11. Phase 10. Okay, so that Atlas moving around over there. Now, we know that they've got this Warhammer 2C, and that's honestly kind of the largest target right now. We're going to dip out into this cover over here with the Awesome.
Confirmed.
And we could fire on the Wolverine or on the Warhammer 2C. The Wolverine is the better hit odds. We'll take those. I'm not sure if he's braced, but he's not in cover anyway. Okay. This should be fairly killable. Especially with him losing his evasive. Now, he does move immediately, which is sad. And he turns his back to us.
Waiting for orders.
That's interesting. We're going to move up with our Orion to here. And we are absolutely looking for the kill on this Wolverine through the rear arc. We miss the Gauss, which is sad.
I'm out of long-range missiles.
Well, that type of long-range missiles. So yeah, there's this Wolverine here, there's a Warhammer 2C, there's the Abzu out here, which I'm not too threatened by, there's the Atlas, there's the Fafnir, and there's one other that we don't know about. The longbow is going to move up. We have rear arc with the longbow on the Wolverine, so that's beautiful. We're going to absolutely take this.
Well,
This could easily kill the Wolverine. It didn't, but it did take out the ECM.
critical hit.
Okay. Let's take a look at what we've got going on there. Yeah, that's not too bad.
What now?
The Battle Master is going to move up here as well.
Affirmative.
And we're going to try to finish this Wolverine. What do we got going on here? Refire, target moved, into forest, from forest. Yeah, just a bunch of little stuff. We got an engine crit on the Wolverine there.
Critical hit, Commander.
But sadly, no kill.
Aye, aye.
The Annihilator is going to move up. Hit odds are best on the Wolverine, but they're pretty garbage, no matter what. However, we could stray shot this, so we'll give it a go.
Copy that.
We did not, and we didn't get any hits. Sad.
I'm generating a lot of heat, Commander.
So let's see what they do next. Warhammer 2C moves up, goes for the Battle Master. Okay. Armor's holding.
I'm okay for now.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
I'm your spaniel.
The Bull Shark is going to move up, and the Bull Shark is actually going to fire on the Wolverine here. Because it will also splash damage that Warhammer. I do expect a kill from this.
Firing on rear arc.
Well, it didn't happen.
Oh, I like that shot.
I did expect that to be a kill. Okay. We've got a lot of crits, but no kill just yet. The Mauler can step forward, and we'll fire on the Wolverine here. I think we're not going to refire the Gauss this time, but we are going to fire 3 of the 4 medium lasers.
Firing on rear arc.
There we go. So there goes that guy.
Target neutralized.
Excellent. Next up, they have a couple of movers that are out of LOS. We'll see what they do. That Atlas is closing in. The Warhammer 2C is obviously the target now. Shooting at the Battle Master, no problem. They can do that all they want. Anzu moves in. Cool.
Good to go.
So our Awesome is going to step over here,
Got it.
and we're going to begin firing on that Warhammer 2C. Hit odds are not ideal, and we're going to have to not fire one of our heavy PPCs due to heat. But that's okay, and we've got that target move modifier. It's a little rough. We do want to get this guy unsteady, if at all possible, and he's actually pretty close.
Target confirmed.
Sadly, we missed basically everything there,
Skipper.
but the longbow can move up, and the longbow
Copy that,
should be
Commander.
able to make him unsteady. So we can Warlord this, and this will be a good armor strip as well as making him unsteady. Can we fire Artemis 4? Yes, we can, and yes, we should. Excellent. So that Warhammer is now unsteady, and he moves in phase 14. So that's very delayed.
Orders.
The Orion can actually get a side arc out over here. I love it.
Acknowledged.
We're going to take that and hit this guy super, super hard. We'll Warlord and Alpha Strike him. I'm expecting at least a knockdown out of this. We took out the HA-20, actually. That's a big deal. And a number of his medium lasers. Medium-heavy lasers. But medium lasers nonetheless.
Hey.
The Battle Master is going to move up over here. We are now in LOS of the Abzu here. Hit odds are far better on the Warhammer 2C. So that's what we'll go for. And we don't really know where his ammo is stored. We'll go for something like this.
Alright.
That's a Hyper Gauss ammo destruction. And a torso destruction and an engine crit. Nice.
They will be done.
So the Bull Shark is going to step up here, and we're going to probably start stripping armor off of the Anzu, I think. Okay, a little bit of damage there. We'll take it.
Yes, Commander.
The Annihilator is going to move up and look to do some annihilation on this Warhammer. We'll see if it's really going to happen. I mean, these hit odds aren't ideal.
Taking the shot.
Yeah, nothing happening there.
Missed.
Indeed you did.
Commander?
The Mauler is going to move up and check hit odds. Oh yeah, the Mauler is going to hit that Warhammer 2C. Very, very much so.
Confirmed.
I intended to shoot the Heavy Gauss. I failed. That's my own fault. Okay, so they're going to stand up with the Warhammer 2C here. I should have fired the Heavy Gauss. It was 70% hit odds. I thought that they were selected. They weren't. That's my own fault. So he shoots at the Battle Master. He doesn't have much left in terms of armament. So that's great. That Atlas is just kind of running around back there a bit, and then there's the Fafnir up over here. And the Anzu firing on the Battle Master. That's to be expected. Our armor is okay for now.
My armor's getting blown apart.
Oh, you're fine. The Anzu then moves up. Is that in rough terrain or just adjacent to the rough terrain? I believe that's adjacent. The Awesome is going to move in over here, and it's looking for the kill on the Warhammer. This is a very easy kill, I think.
Locked on target.
Well, we're mostly hitting armor there. That is a lower leg destruction.
Critical hit, Commander.
Yeah, I think we pretty much hit where his armor was fairly fresh. A little sad, but that's okay. The Orion will move in up here and finish the job. This is the only one it has LOS on. Should be completely okay. We've got Deadfire ammo here, and yeah, we'll fire it.
All weapons are go.
There we go. One dead
One
Warhammer.
less target.
So next up, of course, is going to be the Anzu for our targets. That was not the Anzu.
Heat's frying my internals.
That was something out over here that we don't know about.
Yup.
Oh, it's right here. Catapult 2. Hi, buddy. Okay, so we're going to move over here. We've got a target over this way that I had no idea existed until right now. Artemis 4 is probably not the best to fire here. We have no sensors. Oh, we failed our sensor roll. That's sad. We're going to not fire this LRM, and otherwise, we'll just see what we get. Not a whole lot, but we got some instability on him. That'll do.
Yes, Commander.
The Bull Shark is going to climb this hill over here. And I think that we're going to hit the catapult as well. I'd love to make it unsteady.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
That's unsteady. Fantastic. Now, he is running a stealth generator, so he'll still be kind of hard to hit. We'll see what we can get done. They're shooting at the Battle Master there. No problem. Okay. The Anzu moves into the rough terrain. Sounds good.
Standing
So the
by.
Battle Master doesn't have LOS on the Anzu. It can get LOS on the catapult, though, and we'll go ahead and do that. Hit odds are not going to be great out over here, but we knew that. Yeah, we'll just see what we get. 52 damage. I guess that's okay.
I'm ready.
The Mauler is going to position out over here. I'm not
Confirmed.
super keen on firing the Heavy Gauss over this way. We're probably just going to pot shot the single ER medium.
Firing.
Yeah. And then sink heat. Looks good.
No joy.
And there's that Fafnir out there. The Atlas closes in a little bit.
Commander.
The Annihilator is going to move out over this way, and hopefully we can actually hit something with the Annihilator. We haven't managed to yet. Only 9% chance, but we'll give it a go.
Firing a full salvo.
Yeah, nothing there. Okay.
Failed to connect.
I mean, they're running stealth, so that's not surprising. Okay, next up is going to be our Awesome, and the Awesome is going to step back over here and continue to shoot at this guy.
Taking the shot.
We got a couple of LRM hits. That's okay, I guess. And the longbow is going to close in over here. This is not ideal range for the catapult, but we're doing reasonably okay on these hit odds.
Here we go.
Getting close to a knockdown on him.
Standing by.
The Orion is going to start moving over this way, I guess.
Acknowledged.
I mean, we could also fire on this guy with standard LRMs. 9% hit odds. Let's do it.
Target
I'd
confirmed.
love to see a knockdown on this guy. Because he has so much heat generation, we need to deal with him. He's going for the Mauler again. That's okay.
Not much armor left in that location.
You're doing fine for now.
I await your command.
The Bull Shark is going to move up over here, and I mean, I still want to hit this guy.
Acknowledge.
That's a solid hit right there. We should be able to get a knockdown this round, for sure. That's a very rude side arc. Is that Fafnir?
Systems holding.
Yes, that's the Fafnir.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, the Battlemaster is going to close in over here. We're looking for the kill on the catapult. The Fafnir will become a target afterwards.
Firing everything.
We did penetrate the armor there, and that may be a knockdown. Yes, indeed it is. Cool.
Orders.
The Mauler is now going to turn up over this way, and we're going to shoot at the Fafnir. Odds are not going to be great, but the Mauler would be overkill. We'll just fire something kind of like this.
Firing on target.
We did hit with one of those heavy Gauss. That's nice. That's a lot of damage to that Fafnir. The Anzu moving up over there. Also shooting at the Mauler. The Mauler's armor is getting low. And it did get tagged. Okay.
Awaiting orders.
The Annihilator is going to move over here. We're going to check
Moving
hit
out.
odds. 17%. Are we failing our sensor rolls like every time with the Annihilator? Yep. That's exactly what's happening. Okay. Well, we'll try it.
Confirmed.
Absolutely nothing. That Annihilator has
What the
failed its
hell?
sensor roll, I think, every turn. Very sad. So that's that Atlas. That's not very scary. So next up is going to be our Orion, which is actually going to move up over here.
I copy.
And we are looking to do as much damage to this Fafnir's side arc as possible.
Targeting for something.
We did get a structure exposure and took out a small X pulse there.
Target's taking a critical hit.
That's something anyway.
Waiting for
And the
orders.
Awesome is going to move in over here.
Coordinates received.
32%. Okay, we're going to go for the catapult too.
Roger.
LRM ammo explosion. Okay, fantastic. I was actually not expecting a kill there, but we will happily take
Right
that.
here.
The Battlemaster is then going to move up over this way and begin opening fire on either the Fafnir or the Anzu. Actually, the Anzu is higher hit odds, so we'll go for that, but I'm not super happy about it.
Target.
And we missed everything anyway. Oof. Okay. Very sad, but we know where all three of the remaining enemy mechs
your
are.
orders, Skipper?
So the longbow is going to move up over here. Heat-wise, we're a little bit concerned. We could fire on that Anzu. What would we look like with Artemis 4? 57. Yeah, the Anzu is the way to go. This would be a slight overheat, but let's do it. This Anzu's armor is getting hit pretty hard,
Keep an eye on my heat, Commander.
and he'll move now. Goes for the Battlemaster. Doesn't get too much done there. I'm very concerned about the Fafnir. Not so concerned about the Anzu.
Real good here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So the Bull Shark is going to move up over here, and that's going to go for the Fafnir. I'd love to see this arm eliminated.
Locking on.
Well, Lost is evasive, but it gets to move this round, and it moves up. Goes for the Mauler. Ow! That was rude. I was really hoping for the knockdown on him there, and we were literally like one stability away from knocking him down.
Yes, Commander.
So we lost an HGR and an arm
Moving
on the
to
Mauler,
position.
in fact, the full torso. We can replace that. But that's not what I was looking to do here. That's for sure. Our hit odds are best on the Anzu. Did we fail our sensor roll again? No, this time it's just the ECM shield. Okay. I'm not going to fire the HGRs because I don't want that refire penalty, but we'll just go ahead and hit the Anzu there. We actually did hit that with the variable speed pulse laser. So the Atlas moves up, shoots at the Awesome. It's got that Gauss rifle. Okay.
My armor's getting stripped off.
So we're going to move up with our Mauler here. I mean, our leg is very damaged. We need to protect our right-hand side. So we're going to move over here. We're going to Vigilance it. We could fire on either of these. Hit odds are better on the Anzu. I don't like it, but that's what we've got.
Affirmative.
We got some internal damage there. Okay. And our Mauler moves again instantly, which is, again, kind of unfortunate.
On my way.
So we're going to move up over here and Vigilance. That's why it's a little unfortunate. And 32% versus 16. Well, we'll try it. We missed the HGR, but we actually did get an engine destruction on it. I like it.
Hostile removed.
So there's that done. Now we've got the Fafnir and the Atlas to worry about. The Orion is going to close in up over here. Now, the Orion is in a little bit of danger here, actually, because of those double AC-20s, but we want to get rid of at least one. Okay, we got rid of at least one there. And that's a knockdown on the Fafnir. So he'll be much easier to hit. He was also running stealth, by the way. But that was very good.
Commander.
So the Awesome is going to move up over here.
Moving out.
And we're going to fire on that Fafnir with everything we've got. Well, Warlord. And we're going to nuke him.
On it.
That was a lot of solid armor damage there.
Yep.
The longbow is going to move in. We're going to be kind of crit fishing right now. Slight overheat. I'm not going to fire this LRM-20.
Engaging target.
There we go. One dead Fafnir. All that's left is the
Enemy
Atlas.
eliminated.
Let's do this.
Yes, Commander.
The Battlemaster is going to sprint up over this way. We don't get an LOS.
Full speed.
Okay.
Aye, aye.
The Annihilator is going to sprint up over this way
Copy that.
and sink heat. We don't get an LOS there either. The Bull Shark is going to start dropping artillery on the Atlas to soften his armor.
Firing.
Frontal armor on an Atlas is tough to get through, but we can definitely soften it up pretty quickly. With him being the only viable target, or the only remaining target, even. So he moves forward, shoots at the Awesome. Doesn't get very much done there. Cool. Okay, the Awesome is going to position exactly where it's at, and we're going to shoot back. We're not going to fire this ER medium laser because of heat, but otherwise, let's see what we get. Double hits there. Nice.
I am out of long-range missiles.
Yes, you are.
Commander.
The Mauler is going to continue hiding out back
Got it,
here. We don't
Commander.
want it to take further damage. And the Orion is going to start sprinting up over this way. We'd love to get LOS, but for now, we're just going to pelt this guy with some LRM-20s.
Engaging with target.
Strip off a little bit more armor there.
Confirmed.
The longbow is going to move up here and continue hitting him with the LRM-20s. We are running out of Artemis 4 ammo here, which is completely fine. We don't want to fire it right now, actually.
Copy that.
Nice. So his armor is getting heavily reduced. The Battle Master can position right here, and we're going to Vigilance it because it's likely going to be targeted. And light him up. We can even Warlord, boost those odds a bit. His armor is getting very weak, particularly in this torso. Additional damage to it. Nice.
I'm receiving you.
The Bull Shark will continue to close in over here and drop additional artillery.
Got it, Commander.
That's not a great artillery shot. Sad.
Standing by.
The Annihilator does get LOS here. It's probably not great. Actually, 50%. Take it.
Give them everything I've got.
Very nice hits there.
Scored a critical hit.
He is now unsteady, but he gets to move instantly. So let's see what he does. He goes for the Battle Master, misses the Gauss, and doesn't do much damage overall. I love it.
I'm getting pummeled.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so our Battle Master is going to stay in the cover it's in. And we're just going to keep crit fishing. MML crit there.
Critical hit,
He's not quite
Commander.
unsteady, but he'll get there soon. And we could back off, but, well, yeah, actually, I'm going to do that.
On my
I'm
way.
going to back him off with the Ace Pilot.
Commander.
The Awesome, we're just going to stay where we're at for now, and we will go ahead and fire on the Atlas.
Confirmed.
Ooh, that's some solid hits there.
Scored a critical hit.
His armor is pretty donezo, in all honesty.
Order.
The Orion is going to move in
Roger that.
and continue to drop those LRM-20 Zeus's on him. He has no torso armor remaining. That's an ammo explosion. Torso destruction. Knockdown.
Connection on that one.
Actually, not quite a knockdown, but close.
Orders.
The longbow is going to move up, and we're going to continue
Move order received.
to fire on this Atlas. Small overheat, so we'll just do this. Engine crit there.
Reporting.
And he ejects. Perfect. Let's get out of here. So I definitely was hoping the Mauler would take less damage than that. It was just because the Fafnir got that one attack off. Literally the only attack, and he was so close to getting knocked down, but oh well. That's RNG for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll get the Mauler repaired, but it will be fairly expensive, but it won't cost the entire amount that we paid for this. I mean, we're going to have to put that HGR back on, but that's not a big deal. The armor going back on is going to take some time, but we were able to make a decent chunk of money out of this, so overall I'm reasonably happy with that. I do wish that we'd taken less damage, but it's okay. We're going to grab ourselves a Fafnir part. Beautiful. We don't need the ZR small laser. We don't need the LBX either. The AMS ammo either. So that's all good. Fantastic. Now, how much do we expect this to cost to repair? At least 300k, not counting the Mauler. Counting the Mauler, it's probably more like 900k, but that does still mean that that was a profitable mission. Because we were going to have to go past the financial report anyway. I mean, to be fair, if we had had our top tier mechs, we would have absolutely wrecked that. No doubt about it. But overall, I feel like that went reasonably. We still made money, and I think that's good. Yeah, it's going to take a while to repair, but we were going to need to repair for a while anyway. I just wanted to get that done so that we could get that scratched off. Like, get some money made there, right? That would have been nice. And we did make money, but how much is that going to cost? Yeah, 700k. That's actually a little less than I was expecting that to be. Cool. I mean, we're going to need to cancel the work on the Mauler and get that done, but that's something we can do next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time.
Nice to see you.